Hi everyone, it is Victoria Jaswick, the Soul Nurturer, with a personal invitation to lean into this collective opportunity for transformation together, to consciously cocoon in an online experience I'm calling Sheltered in Soul. It is a 3-week experience that I put together, quite honestly, for myself. Because as many of you, I was displaced from my regular routine, being asked to shelter in place. I'm not an essential worker, although I think we all are all essential beings. So I had to get creative with how to do my work. And really what I was finding, like many of you have reported to me, kind of floundering, kind of, had all these ideas of what I wanted to get done in this time, and yet I could barely get through the day and lost track of time and what day was it anyway. And also, like you, I was experiencing a lot of transformational experiences. Transformation can feel very much like grief. First of all, I do want to say that we are in this collective experience, have you noticed, of extreme transformational energy. And in that, there are lots of, I call it the transformational waves, emotional shifting. We can feel 1 minute we're doing okay, and the next minute we can feel irritated, fearful, sad, a lot of grief responses, and all over the place, floundering, just untethered, because life as we know it has changed. And this is an opportunity. I know that for many of you, it may not feel like an opportunity, but it is an incredible opportunity to lean into what is, to be able to emerge even more powerfully, and for the purpose of this container, more authentically, to shift from our conditioned way of being into our authentic nature, which I believe is what's the invitation is for all of us. That the way things were conditioned, the structures, everything is being shaken at the core, isn't it? Our worlds as we know it, the potential is to claim something better. So I believe that inner work and soul work is something that we can do individually to contribute to the highest good for all, to the collective transformation, to the collective unfolding. No one is immune right now from this opportunity to transform. And I like to say that, whatever we're going through is going to change us. It already has, hasn't it? So we can change and just, life has changed, we're changed, or we can transform. And the distinction there is that when we lean in and we're willing to not just go through it and change, but we're willing to grow through it and emerge transformed. That's my distinction. So I just wanted to say a brief invitation to say, listen, you're not alone. We often hear that now collectively. We're all in this together. But truly, many people like me, a practitioner for more than, 20-something years, a transformational hypnotherapist and a soul guide, hey, I know that I got tapped on the shoulder too. I think we all are getting tapped on the shoulder to turn within, to take a look on the inner. What's not serving us anymore? What's not working? What are we being called to during this very, very unique time? Again, for ourselves, but for the collective good of all. Okay, so this sheltering in soul, or shelter in soul, you'll hear me switch those words quite a bit. Of course, it's a play on the term sheltering in place. We can be sheltered in place, or we can be doing some transformational work, connecting to our souls, and again, emerging with more of our authentic nature, stronger, with greater purpose or empowered purpose. Okay, so I've got this structure, if you will, is a 3-week journey together, and I looked to the metaphor of the journey of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. You know, the butterfly is such a mascot of transformation. And so as such, if the 3 weeks go like this, the first week I call it cocooning. We're creating a cocoon, addressing our needs, our basic needs. We talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is why many of us feel displaced. You know, our basic needs got compromised at the start of this, right? Our basic need for food and safety is a basic need, right? So we're going to look at that in week 1. We're going to look at how do we create an inner shelter within ourselves where we feel safe. And I take you through some of my favorite tools and things I've put together over my 20 plus years as a transformational hypnotherapist and soul guide. And I just honestly, I think that I put it together for me to kind of put myself through a transformational cycle, to have a container, to have something to touch in with every day, and help me create structure in my day to reconnect with myself. And that's what the invitation is for you as well. So that's week 1. Week 2, again, following the patterning of caterpillar going into the cocoon, that dissolving phase. Well, of course, we're not going to dissolve, but we may dissolve some patterns that are connected to the conditioned self, and reclaim what is called the imaginal cell of possibility within us, the potential yet to be that we have not really connected to completely, and that's the potential for transformation. Okay. And I do want to say this, we're in a collective transformational cycle. I know you're feeling it. And I like to also say that it's like a rebirthing process. You know, we're rebirthing something new through us, and this whole world is in the cycle, right? Rebirthing something better beyond what we've experienced. There's no going back to what was. That is already being compromised and already dissolving. And yet, we have yet to rise up with a new normal, a collective new normal that supports all of us. My belief is as we commit to our inner work, we contribute to that potential and that possibility, okay? So week 3 is emerging from our cocoons, hopefully with greater insight, with greater connection to our soul wisdom, with more awareness of our authentic nature and more willingness to lead and contribute from our authentic natures. That is where our soul purpose is. That is where our mission is. And my goal as your soul guide on this journey, and for myself, is that we all emerge with clearer awareness of who we truly are and what we're here to do, to contribute to the highest and greatest good for all. So I invite you to come conscious cocoon with me. If you want more information about my work, go to my website, sacredsoulvision.com, or you can find me on Facebook at, Sacred Soul Vision with Victoria Jaswick. You can follow my page. I'm always putting on information there, or videos from my YouTube channel, or on Instagram as well, Sacred Soul Vision with Victoria Jaswick. Or you can just feel the soul call right now and know your yes. If you feel pulled in by anything I've said, I do want to say in week 2, which is the juicy, fun part of this journey, we're going to be doing dream work. We're going to be doing some creativity, maybe some poetry writing. We're going to be leaning into transformational tools that reveals what needs to be healed, what turns or takes the invisible and makes it visible, or the unconscious conscious, so we can see and reclaim our authentic natures and then emerge in that 3rd week. So I have really taken every tool I have from my journey as a transformational hypnotherapist and soul guide. I like to call myself the soul nurturer. And I've put it into this 21-day experience. And I think, I feel good about it. I'm getting a lot of good responses for those who are already have gone through some of the segments. And so it's from my soul to yours, this invitation. So I hope this calls to you and that you just want to click on that sign up right now and Then I'll be seeing you inside the cocoon and supporting you inside the cocoon. Please share with your friends. There's lots of room in this transformational cocoon, and we're all in this together. And I'm honored to be your guide through this transformational journey. All right, see you in the cocoon. Take good care of yourself. Until then.